4. Merchant Shipping Miscellaneous Amendments Bill, second reading.
Minister for Transport.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I beg to move that the bill be now read a second time. The main objectives of the bill are to amend the Merchant Shipping Act and the Maritime Conventions Act to implement the 1996 Protocol to the Convention on Limitation of Liability for Maritime Claims 1976, or the 1996 Protocol, and the International Convention on Salvage 1989, or the Salvage Convention. Let me highlight the key provisions of the bill. First, clauses 5 to 7 and 16 implement the 1996 Protocol, which updates the limits of liability of a ship owner for maritime claims covered under the 1976 International Convention on Limitation of Liability for Maritime Claims. This ensures that Singapore's limitation regime reflects the current value of life and property and is aligned with that of other countries that have acceded to the 1996 Protocol. Clause 8 preserves and applies the existing liability limits for maritime incidents which occurred prior to the commencement of the bill. Second, clauses 9, 10, 12 and 17 implement the Salvage Convention, which has the following key features: the introduction of a criteria for fixing the amount of reward for salvors, the introduction of a special compensation to salvors who prevented or minimized environmental damage, even if the salvage operations failed to save the ship or its cargo. In addition, clauses 13 and 14 require the receiver of the wreck and High Court to apportion salvage payable to several claimants according to the Salvage Convention. Besides implementing the 1996 Protocol and the Salvage Convention, we are making a few other amendments to improve the way the Singapore Registry of Ships is run. First, Clause 3 of the bill amends the Merchant Shipping Maritime Labour Convention Act to enable the Director of Marine or recognized organization to extend the validity of a maritime labour certificate. This will enable Singapore as a contracting state to the Maritime Labour Convention to comply with the amendment to this convention to allow the extension of the validity of a maritime labour certificate for a ship in cases where its renewal inspection is completed, but the new certificate cannot be immediately issued and made available on board. In addition, Clause 4 of the bill enables the Minister for Transport to delegate the power to the reduced registration fee for ships under the Singapore flag. This will simplify administrative procedures and enable the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore or any other person to reduce the fee. The provisions in this bill will help Singapore maintain our position as an international maritime arbitration and dispute resolution hub. They will also ensure that the Singapore Registry of Ships remain relevant and competitive. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I beg to move.
The question is that the bill be now read a second time.